At first, you probably wouldn't even care. You'd tell yourself, I still have everything I need: food, water, a place to sleep. But after a few days, you notice something strange. The lights don't turn on anymore. Your phone is completely dead. There is no internet, no GPS, no music, no videos, no way to contact anyone. And that's the moment you realize the world isn't frozen forever. It's slowly falling apart. One city loses power, then another. Streetlights disappear. Phones become useless. The internet is gone. No messages, no videos, no music, no connection. For the first time, you realize you are completely alone. You believe nothing will ever change. But that's impossible. Power plants can't run forever. Factories need people. Computers need electricity. Every machine has a limit. And sooner or later, the world begins to shut down. After a few hours, something begins to feel wrong. The silence. At first, you don't notice it, but then you realize you haven't heard a single voice. Not one laugh, not one conversation, not even a bird. The entire world feels empty. And for the very first time, you begin to miss people.
Let's say you press it. Everything instantly stops. No sound, no movement, no wind, no birds, no voices. For the first few minutes, it feels incredible. You can walk anywhere, take anything, open any door, explore every place you've ever dreamed of. Nobody can stop you. Nobody can even notice you. You finally have complete freedom, or at least, that's what you think.
What if I gave you one button? A button that could stop time forever. No more school, no more work, no more deadlines, no more stress. Just imagine it. The entire world freezes. Cars stop moving. Planes freeze in the sky. Every single person stops, except you. At first, it sounds like the greatest superpower imaginable. But here's the question. Would you still press that button if you knew what happens next? Then, nature starts taking everything back. Grass grows through the roads. Trees slowly cover the streets. Vines climb abandoned buildings. Every week, the city looks different. Not because people changed it, but because nobody is left to stop nature anymore. The world doesn't need us to keep moving.
You decide to leave the city, maybe somewhere else. There are answers. You search for people. You check every house, every road, every airport, every train station. Nothing. Just endless silence. For the first time, you stop looking for supplies and start looking for another human.
Days turn into weeks. Weeks turn into months. You stop checking the calendar because every day feels exactly the same. You begin talking to yourself. At first, just a few words. Then, entire conversations. Not because you're crazy, but because the human brain was never meant to be completely alone.
You have everything. Every luxury car, every mansion, every bank, every store. You can take anything you want, but none of it has any value anymore. Because money only matters when there are people. Without people, even the greatest treasure becomes worthless.
One day, you look up at the sky. Satellites are still orbiting Earth. The moon still rises. The sun still sets. The seasons continue changing. Everything keeps moving forward. Everything except your life. That's when you realize time never stopped. Only your world did. At first, you dreamed about having unlimited time. Now, you would give anything just to hear one voice, one laugh, one simple conversation. You walk through empty streets, hoping that someone, anyone, will finally move, but nobody ever does. Eventually, you stop exploring, you stop searching, you stop hoping. Every place begins to look the same. Every city feels empty. Every sunrise feels ordinary. When nothing changes, even the most beautiful view loses its meaning. That's when the truth finally hits you. Stopping time never gave you freedom. It took it away, because freedom was never about going anywhere. Freedom was about having someone to come back to. If someone offered you this power today, would you still accept it, knowing that every smile, every conversation, every memory would be the last one you'd ever experience? Maybe some powers should never exist, because sometimes the greatest superpower can become the greatest curse. So, would you still stop time? Imagine this. One morning, you wake up and realize you can't even remember the last real conversation you had. Not because it wasn't important, but because it's been so long. You would do anything just to hear someone say, hello, just one word, just one voice, something to remind you that you were never meant to live completely alone.
Now ask yourself, was this really freedom? Or was it the perfect prison? No walls, no guards, no chains. Yet, you can never escape. Because no matter where you go, the silence always follows you.
Now ask yourself, was this really freedom? Or was it the perfect prison? No walls, no guards, no chains. Yet, you can never escape. Because no matter where you go, the silence always follows you. Maybe that's why time was never meant to be controlled. Every second, every conversation, every laugh only has value because one day it ends. And maybe that's exactly what makes life worth living. So, if you had the chance, would you still stop time? You start wondering, what day is it? What month? What year? Then you realize it doesn't matter anymore. There are no birthdays, no holidays, no weekends, no tomorrow. Time still exists, but for you, it has completely lost its meaning.
At some point, you stop searching for a way back. You stop expecting a miracle. You simply wake up, walk, eat, sleep, and repeat. Again and again. Not because you want to, but because it's the only thing left to do.
Then one final thought crosses your mind. Maybe the most valuable thing in life was never time itself. Maybe it was the people you spent it with.